Welcome back children. So children, today in this video again we will continue with our chapter 11, that is measurement and motions. Now we will see motion. What is motion? Anything that moves is said to be in motion. So what is motion children? Anything that move, it is said to be in motion. An object is said to be in motion when it changes its position with respect to their surroundings. An object is said to be at rest when its position does not change with time with respect to its surrounding. Let us study more about motion and its type. So children, what is motion? When an object changes its positions with respect to its surrounding, it is motions. And what do you mean by rest? It means when an object does not change its positions with time with respect to its surrounding is called at rest. So now we will see what are the types of motions. Now let's see what are the types of motions. Type of motions. The motions of object can be classified as rational motions, rotational motions, periodic motions, non-periodic motions and random motions. So these are the types of motions. So first now we will see on rational motions. When all the parts of an object move equal distance in equal interval of times, the object is said to be in rational motions. For examples, a car moving on a road. There are two types of rational motions, rectilinear motions and curvilinear motions. So what is translational motions? It is when all the parts of an object move in equal distance in equal interval of time. The object is said to be in translational motions. For examples, a car moving on a road. So again, this translational, it is of two types, that is rectilinear motions and curvilinear motions. So first we will see here rectilinear motions. When an object moves in a straight line, it is said to be in rectilinear motion. So when an object moves in a straight line, it is said to be rectilinear motions. In this type of motions, the directions of the motions of an object remains the same. So in this type of motions, what happened? The directions of the motions of an object, it remains the same. It does not change. For example, a truck moving on a straight road and an athlete running on a straight track. Now, curvilinear motions. When an object moves along a curved path, it is said to be in curvilinear motions. So you see here, this is the rectilinear motions. An athlete is running on his own straight track, and this is curvilinear motions. A bus moving on a curved road. So let's see again. In this type of motions, the directions of the motion of an object change with time. So in curvilinear motions, what happened? The directions of the motions of an object changes with time, but its orientation remain the same. The orientations of the object, it remains the same. It do not change. For examples, a bus moving on a curved road and a stone thrown up in the air at an angle. So these two are the examples of curvilinear curvilinear motions. Now we will see rotational motion, where an object moves about an axis and all the part of it do not move the same distance in a given interval of time. It is said to be in rotational motions. So in rotational motion, what happened? An object, it moves about an axis. Okay, they have an axis. You see here, they have an axis, and they rotate here. They move here. So a rotational motions is a motions where an object moves about an axis and all the parts of it do not move the same distance in a given interval of time. Okay, and it is said to be rotational motions. So for example, rotations of the earth about its axis and rotational motions of blades of a fan. So you see here, this is the earth moving along the axis and rotationals of motion of blades of a fan. So now Here we will try to solve some questions and we will move on to another topic. Now children, we will see on periodic motions. Periodic motions, when an object repeats its motion along the same path at regular interval of time, it is said to be in periodic motions. For example, motions of moon around the earth, motions of pendulum, and motions of hands of a clock. So children, what is periodic motions? When an object repeats its motions. Here you see the clock. It used to rotate in a clock in a given time in the same path. They do not change their path. They used to rotate, or they used to circle in the same circle again and again. So again you see here periodic motion, it is an motions where an object repeats its motions along the same path at regular interval of times. It is said to be a periodic motions. Example is there, that is motions of moon around the earth, motions of pendulums, and motions of hands of a clock. Now non-periodic motions. When an object does not repeat its motions at regular interval of time, it is said to be in non-periodic motions. For example, children playing in the park or a car moving on a road. So again non-periodic motion is there, that is object, it does not repeat its motions at regular interval of time. That means they do not follow the regular interval of times. It is said to be a non-periodic motions. For example, children playing in the park and a car moving on a road. Random motions. When the motions of an object has no fixed direction and it is in a zigzag manner, it is called random motions. For example, motions of the dust particles in the air and the motions of insect. So you see here random motions. From the word random, it is clear that it's not fixed, that random motion, it is of an object that has no fixed direction. It is in a zigzag manner. It is called random motions. For example, motions of the dust particles in the air, the motions of insects. So now again we will try to solve some more questions and we will end up this video.